There's like a person outside right now, and I think they can see me filming, and it's kind of awkward. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So one habit that I picked up living in Korea is a good skincare routine, which you probably have seen in my recent videos. So I do care a lot about my skincare, and I stepped up my skincare game a lot since living back in the States. So when I used to live in the US, I didn't put a lot of thought into my skincare. I used to use a cleanser and maybe a cream, and then I would just like call it a day. But as you may or may not know, I've been living in Korea, which is home of the best skincare in the world. And many Koreans follow a really intensive skincare routine, which can be up to almost 10 steps. I personally don't use like 10 steps every day. However, I have added a lot more, and I've upgraded my skincare routine since living in the States. So in my previous videos, I showed you my experience getting some facial treatments in Korea and also some of my favorite skincare brands. So in those videos, I also got some comments asking for my full skincare routine, including what I use for a cleanser, for a toner, and so on. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So to give you a little background about my skin type, I have combination skin, so it's both dry and oily, but it really depends on the season. So like a lot of people in the winter, my skin gets really dry, like especially in Korea, it's really cold, like bone-chilling cold. And when I lived in the States, I had a car, so I wasn't walking around outside so much. So here, walking around outside in the cold, my skin gets really dry in the winter. So in the winter, I like to use really thick repairing cream and also really moisturizing ampoules and serums. But also sometimes my skin gets kind of oily too, like especially in my T-zone. You know, the T-zone, the forehead, especially my forehead, it gets really oily, like not really oily, sorry, just like a little bit oily in the summer, especially if I use a lot of product on my face that brings out moisture. And if it's already like really hot and I'm sweating, then especially my forehead gets a little oily. So I like to change up my products as well in the summer too, and I usually use more powder. So in the summer, I like to use more lighter creams and serums, and also I use a lot of like powder to kind of calm down the oil. And regarding my skin problems, thankfully I don't deal with acne problems. However, I do experience some unevenness on my skin, especially if I don't moisturize or cleanse properly. Like actually, especially now, I have like some unevenness here. Yeah, I just got lazy and I wasn't double cleansing, so that's probably why. And I also have fairly sensitive skin, so certain products kind of irritate my skin. And also if I leave makeup on for too long, it will kind of start to bother me. And every product that I'm going to be using in this video is vegan. So without further ado, I'm gonna get into my complete skincare routine. So my first step in my skincare routine is taking off my makeup. And what I like to use is a cleansing balm. So this is a cleansing balm by Yada. I think that's how you say it. Yada. So before, I used to use an oil and I used to use a tissue to take off my makeup, but I didn't really like this because it was causing a lot of waste using the makeup wipe every time. So what I like about this is that I can just rub it on my face and my makeup comes right off, and I don't have to use a tissue. And the next product I use is this foam cleanser. So this is by Prem. I think that's it, Prem or Prem. So I like to double cleanse. I'm sure you've heard of this before. It's really good to double cleanse because especially if you're using a balm, there could be a little bit of residue left over. So I like using this cleanser right after I use my balm just to take off my makeup. And it's cool because it comes out as a foam. So you can easily just wash your face with it, especially with this kind of texture. The application is really easy, and it makes sure all the makeup is off my face. And next I like to use a toner. So I feel like toners are a really good base for your skincare routine. So toner is the first step after you finish cleansing. And I like to use a kind of light toner. I don't like to use anything too heavy because I like using serums or creams afterwards. So the toner that I like to use is this facial toner, and this is by Lava Art. So actually this is the second one. I just bought a new one. So it's really watery, it's really light. So I just like putting it on my hands and then just patting it on my face. You can also use like a cotton cotton thingy, cotton swab, cotton, I don't even know. You can use that. I'll show a picture here. You can use that, but I just like using my hands because I can't be bothered putting it on something else and applying it to my face. And also, you save product using your fingers. And waste too. Okay, so that's the first step of my skincare after cleansing. And the next step to my routine, which I think is one of the most important steps, is serum. And I'm gonna be using 2 serums today, which is by the brand Vegick, which is a new vegan Korean skincare brand. And they use a blend of active ingredients derived from plants, including vegan B5 and vegan collagen. So they have 3 serums. They have the Super Whitening Serum, Super Calming Serum, and Super Repairing Serum. And each have different benefits, so you can layer on the serum according to the areas that you want to target. So I chose these serums because I wanted to target my wrinkles. I'm dirty now. And I want my skin to be more moisturized and glowy. So I chose these products specifically. So the first product is the Pineapple Super Whitening Serum. So it comes in this cute little packaging here and this nice glass container. So this is made with 79% pineapple, which is known to have a lot of vitamin C, and 5% niacinamide, which helps repair the skin without causing a lot of irritation, and 3% of tranexamic acid, which is known to help fade acne, blemishes, and help with dark spots as well. So because this is good for brightening the skin, I'm going to be putting it on areas that I want some extra brightness or moisture. So I'm going to be putting it on my cheeks, and also my forehead. I took a skincare test and I found out that my forehead is a little bit dry. I think because I've been wearing masks, so my forehead is more exposed, I think. So I'm putting some on my forehead as well to give it some moisture. Okay, so that was the pineapple serum. So I'm gonna go on to the next serum. So next I'm using the ginseng serum. So this is made with 55% ginseng, which is a really good ingredient for skin rejuvenation. And it's also made with 10% plant-derived collagen, which helps plump up the skin and reduce wrinkles. So it's a great product for anti-aging. So because this product helps with wrinkles and anti-aging, I'm going to be targeting some areas that are of concern on my skin. So I'm going to target the wrinkles on my face. So I just put some on my fingers, and I'm going to get below my eye a little bit and also the corners, preventing what is it, crow's feet I think they call it, and also right here in between my eyebrows. And I'm just gonna use a little bit more, and also my smile lines. Sometimes if I smile a lot throughout the day, or if I have a shooting, sometimes I'll get like lines here, so that's why I'm putting it here. So these are the areas that I'm targeting, and this is why using a couple different serums are good, because they have different benefits. So that's why if you want to step up your skincare routine a little bit further and really spot correct, serum layering is a really good choice. And I really like these products specifically because they're really moisturizing and they don't leave a very like sticky feeling. And I've been using it for the past week, and I've also seen some differences in my skin. So I'll show you some before and after video. So as you can see in the video, before my skin looked a little bit dull and dry, so this was before any product, and then in the after video you can see how shiny my skin is. And I think it also helped with the unevenness and redness in my skin as well, which is my main skin concern. So that's why I love these Vegick serums. And the last step of my skincare routine is sun cream. So this is very, very important to me because I do not tan, I just burn. My skin is very sensitive, so I really need to take care of my skin and try not to go in the sun for too long. So I like to use this as the last step of my skincare routine. And the brand that I like to use is Vegick. So I bought this at Olive Young, and Olive Young has a lot of vegan products, especially recently. So as the last step of my skincare routine, I just like to put a little bit of sunscreen to my face. And what I like about this is that it's not too thick and sticky. So even if I put my makeup on after, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, and I'm done. So that was my full skincare routine, start to finish. I will link the products that I use in this video in my description if you guys are interested. And let me know about your skincare routine. If you do something similar or a little bit different, let me know. Hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.